it going?
Were you called?
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Were you called on me?
Yeah, someone just reported there was a vehicle here tucked back in the woods.
Tucked back in the woods.
They wanted me to come check on it.
All right, yeah, I'm just sitting here. I mean, I wouldn't say tucked back in the woods. Just resting.
Oh, people you don't usually park back here, so.
Oh, it's not a popular spot.
No, not usually.
Huh.
How's it going this afternoon?
Okay. I'll step out. I was expecting it to rain.
It's been on and off all day.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it rains a little bit, and I get out. I roll my windows up and just expect it to rain a lot. Oh, I'm reaching for my other sandal. There it is. There it is. So I guess. Oh, I just want to disappear. Yeah. So I guess. Oh, I got another one. You guys expected something worse?
But I wouldn't say anything worse. I just said I was out.
Oh no, I see that you're going in. Oh, and you're calling in my information. And you're sheriff. Okay, Adams County. I'm gonna close.
Well,
Must have been a more serious call if you got two people coming out.
no, the county seats here in Adams, so if they were around, I just kind of
So you got
to check on me when I call something out.
you got the courthouse. Got the courthouse here. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, not a lot of people park here, but I mean, yeah, it looked kind of isolated. It's on the edge of the park, and I figured it'd be a nice place to relax and kind of not be bothered. But people see that as suspicious enough that they have to call you guys. So and I figured the house is being worked on. I didn't really think it's not really visibility of anything. Maybe kind of the retirement home. I was at the library earlier, but I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to just relax after that. Maybe go back later today and check the Wi-Fi again or something. But I mean, yeah, I was just kind of just coming out here to relax. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect there'd be any games where they'd fill up. I know that when games happen, it just the parking area gets full, and you get kind of squeezed out. But I mean, this time of year and with all the rain going on, I didn't expect really anything to happen. And I don't think this is private property. I mean, there's all these woods and stuff. I kind of assumed it'd probably be a part of the park property.
Yep.
I don't know what the boundaries of for the city. If you got like
this is all the park property.
Okay, because yeah, I kind of drove past it when I was coming over here, missed it, and I saw that there's just like the forest ends, and then like looks like somebody's backyard after that. So it's, I mean, I assume that the park, your city property, goes until the end of that forest. But I mean, it just seemed like that. But yeah, you got several parking spots. It's kind of nice. It's quiet. I mean, I could have chosen the next one over or the next one over. I mean, I just wanted to take the edge though and try to be out of people's way. Also, because I like to do some exercise on without. That's why I chose kind of this spot, because I wanted to block view so I could do some like exercise without prying eyes. This was kind of a strategic parking spot job that I did, but yeah, there's other people who, maybe come here every day or something, and may like this spot themselves, and I took their spot. Maybe it's somebody. Oh, I took their spot, so we got to call the cops on me or something.
Every time someone calls me, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's that they see someone parked and
maybe
they got a peek in the window and thought she needed some help.
Maybe a dog's running through somebody's flower garden, so they call the cops. It's like things that aren't as serious as they could be. You're supposed to be the last line of defense. Well, military is, well, a little before them, before, you know, in a dispute. You're supposed to be kind of near the last line of the last person to be called. But that was back in the old
world.
What, in a perfect world? Yeah.
In a perfect world.
Well,
like I said, I have people stop by the PD ask me for help working their cell phone.
Working their cell phone? Just things. Okay.
It's part of the job.
Yeah. 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 That was, you know, perfect world may have been back in the 80s, you know, back when phones were in the homes only practically, and they'd have to go to a payphone to call the cops. With cell phones now, it's so easy to call you guys, and because of that, the ease of making the calls, they're more likely to call about lesser things.
Sometimes people just need our assistance, and we don't mind it.
Yeah, yeah. Some places have the buzzer, the button. They just hit the button, and you know, I suppose the courthouse has that. I've had a situation at a courthouse once where all they had to do was just hit a button, and cops came running. I've actually had I was in Texas, and I had like a 9-year-old girl call the cops on me. I was like just in a isolated place peeling some potatoes outside my car, and she thought I needed help. And she just walks up, and she was like, she kept a good distance. She's like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "No, you know, I'm fine." But here the cops come later anyway. But it was a really, I mean, they could kind of tell it was kind of not a serious call, but they just, you know, when the call comes out, maybe the caller doesn't fully explain themselves enough, and so why not just, you know, go out and just just get an idea, you know, if you don't have anything more serious going on, just have a look. And yeah, we're in the middle of Wisconsin, and yeah, I'm kind of passing through, but slowly.
I see you got the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a lazy traveler though. I just take my time, stop, and I prefer smaller towns where I can kind of. I don't like going into the big cities. I just try to stay away from the action. Just mind my own business. I look for these places that are isolated and look nice, and I can find them on Google Maps. That's the thing, and sometimes walking around, but. Yeah, I look on Google Maps for isolated places where I could just, you know, I like to hang out. And I gotta say, I was up in the northern regions of Wisconsin for a couple of months, you know, up to Superior and into Michigan a little bit. Nobody called the cops on me. Kind of Hayward, if you consider that far south. They said that my doors were open in the Walmart parking lots late at night. They called the cops. But in the northern region of Wisconsin, nobody was calling the cops on me wherever I went. And there's a lot of good isolated spots to hang out. But now as I'm getting further south, I'm afraid these problems are going to come out more.
Man, it's not always a bad thing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know which rules are on sleeping, but I was close to sleeping.
We get people that'll call, see someone sleeping, or say we do have an intermittent homeless population, so it's like, hey,
oh yeah,
check on them, see if they need some help. It's not.
I know.
Mean you're in trouble just for parking.
Oh no.
Check and see what's going on.
I know, like Stevens Point, Wausau, these places, they got homeless populations downtown, towards the center. I checked them out. I see, you know, I counted about 20 people in Stevens Point that looked homeless, just hanging out all day downtown. I recorded cops taking away these dismantled bicycles from the library, just watching the interaction there. They got some nasty stuff going on. But we're in a smaller town. I mean, sometimes, yeah, you could have somebody living in the woods, yeah, in a small town sometimes. Yep. But yeah, people move around, especially when they're kind of houseless. There's and I'll have to admit, I'm kind of that in that category. I'm very poor, and I don't have a stable place to live. This is it. And I go into the woods sometimes. I look around, and I found a couple of sleeping bags that look fine to me. They're just something you find. I find abandoned homeless camps, and they get ransacked or they get run out. But if I find something of use, when I'm exploring around, I'll take it. And it's usually these homeless camps, and I found a couple sleeping bags as I was coming south. You know, I'm preparing for the winter, and as I'm exploring too, I find things that I could use. And yeah, that was in Stevens Point. There's this like homeless camp along the Wisconsin River that got run out. It looked, I mean, things are just kind of piled up in one spot. There's like 3 spots. It's kind of hard to describe, but there's a significant homeless population in Stevens Point. And then as I was digging around, there's stuff I had a stick, and there were snakes in these piles. I've never actually, out of all the homeless camps I've seen, I've never actually come across snakes in the sheets and in the tents all piled up. And I think they're a water snake or something, but yeah, I'm coming across more snakes as I go through central Wisconsin for some reason. But
well, you said you're kind of between places to live right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever reached out to any
human
services or anything like that?
No, I've explored the whole west half of the country, and I see the different homeless lifestyles and stuff. I mean, when they talk about California being the biggest population of homeless people, the weather is nice outside. You don't need a house. It's like living in a house out there on the coast because it's stable. It doesn't. It only fluctuates maybe 10 degrees a day, yeah, at worst. And that's in California, Oregon, and Washington, right along the coast, west of the Cascade Range. But yeah, here, no, I'm not looking for a place. I get kind of bored. See, I was parked over at the dead end street yesterday all day. You may or may not have seen me there. And then
which dead end street?
There's a dead end right next to the library. Coming into the park. It's the Wi-Fi reached, so I could just hang out in my car and just play on the Wi-Fi. That was kind of nice. But then I decided to move here later in the day. I was there early in the morning, and yeah, I just decided to move here for a little more isolation, just so I could do some exercises. People call the cops on me about exercising too. I have these sticks in here you could see from the side. They're 6-foot sticks. They you can't, you can see up to the window, but yeah, people see me swinging around these sticks. They'll call the cops on me for that. So it's really tough for my lifestyle to avoid it. Well, and for as I'm moving south, I think I'm gonna probably get more cop calls because I'm going straight south. I've explored the whole west half of the country now. I just want to start. I'm moving kind of eastward, but I want to move south for the winter. So, yeah, there's more cop interactions for me in this as I get further south. I don't like.
Originally from Washington?
Well, I have the plates. I did live there for about a year or so. I traveled around. I bounced around a lot in Washington. So yeah, I know the area really well.
I can't tell if that says that your plates are expired or not.
Oh, the sticker.
One sticker on there.
It should show good on the computer at least. I'm having difficulty getting a sticker because I haven't been back to the address in a while.
I don't know. I couldn't hear them all that well.
Oh well, yeah. In the computer it'll show that it's good. I paid. It's like $90 a year that you update your license plates. You got to double check that.
Your license is still through Washington?
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
Oh, hey, let's exchange information. I don't even get to know who you guys are. What's your name?
I'm Officer Smith.
Smith? Okay. R. Smith?
Yep,
okay.
City of Adams.
Okay, yeah, all right. All right, yeah, Heinz?
What's it?
Heinz?
Okay. How do you like the ketchup?
Yeah.
And that's your last name?
Yep. Yeah, you gave me Smith, so I tell you Heinz. That's with the E after the Z.
Okay. What's your first name?
All right, let's get your first name.
You can call me Ricky.
Ricky? Okay. Hey, let's get your name. Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Okay, Nielsen. Okay, yeah. And Travis?
Hey, Travis, you want me to tell me what your birthday is?
Yeah, sure. Tell me your birthday and I'll tell you mine.
I'm not going to give out my birthday.
I'm willing to exchange information. I'm going to put this camera over here now. I didn't really, so just... No, I'd want both of yours. I'm willing to exchange information. We'll just keep this here. Yeah, let's find out everybody's birthday here.
Well, I'm 40, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm older than you. I'm 47. So.
I can't force you to give it to me. I got no reason to. Just asking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking too. I don't mind exchanging information. I mean,
Good.
you know, sharing information. I like to learn about you. You like to learn about me. It's part of your job, but also I like, you know, I kind of have an audience that I submit my videos to. You know, I'm documenting, like, you know.
The Daily Roamer YouTube page?
No, actually it's a different one. That's not as popular. No. My Daily Roamer.
What is your YouTube page?
It's actually called Let's Exchange IDs with Travis. It's actually, I titled that because I get so many interactions about, you know, needing my ID. And, you know, sometimes some cops will immediately arrest me over my ID when I start trying to exchange. Yeah. And then other cops will be like, here's my ID. And I'll actually exchange IDs with them. There's a big range there. Mostly it falls in the gray area, that middle area where it's just, they'll, you know, some will, I don't know, just to get an argument about ID and the Fourth Amendment and how there's a crime, all right? You've identified a crime, so really I'm under a criminal investigation. Like, so then I ask, am I being detained?
Right. Yep.
Or am I free to go?
Right. Absolutely.
Or am I free to hang out here and stay? I know you guys are officers for the city or for the county, and I mean, you have some authority over me in some respects, but I mean, there's a limit. But I'm
here to check. I was just here to check on you, Travis. I just like to know who I'm talking to.
All right. Yeah.
If it was under force, I would tell you that, but it's not.
Yeah. If you have probable cause for some kind of a crime, like you suspect, I don't know, it's whatever, loitering. If you got whatever your law is for that, then yeah. And you think you have a real case to bring to court that you could testify against me with, yeah, then yeah, you'd have to identify me so you could bring me to court, force me to court, you know, take me to jail, have me identified there and bonded out and all of that. Yeah, there's a whole big process there. You can turn it into a mess for me.
No reason to turn anything into a mess.
Yeah, it don't matter if I'm rich or poor. You can really, you know, take control of things, and you know, there's some cops that are honest. There's some cops that, you know, kind of push their you know, they call it color of law. They operate under the color of law. They push their authority a little too far. Maybe out of ego. Maybe there's an ego thing, or
good people and bad people in the world,
yeah.
Right? Good,
yeah.
There's good postal workers, there's bad postal workers.
And its attitude, just maybe ingrained in their personality, but also could be, maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe something happened. They witnessed a terrible accident, or they had something problem at home, you know, and they bring that to work with them. There's factors. You guys seem calm, and yeah, and it's a pretty relaxed city. I think it's kind of a retirement city in a way. You seem to have a higher population of older people.
Yeah, it's getting that way.
Okay.
It's getting. This is gonna be one of, in the state of Wisconsin, in about 20 years. This is gonna be very much a retirement.
Okay, you got a lot of
area, because as the population grows older, people, obviously the younger generations are flocking to the cities and getting more centralized. Yeah. Leaving kind of their parents behind. So.
Yeah, and you got the excitement and entertainment in Wisconsin Dells. You can't call this friendship. I can't say now in my title for my video, cops are called on me in friendship, right? It's probably I should go with Adams. Yeah, I wish they would have been in friendship. That would have been a better title for me.
Talking to me primarily.
Okay, yeah, I went a little too far north or south for that, okay. I guess. But it's called is it a hyphen though? Isn't it Adams Friendship or something?
The school district is Adams Friendship. Yes.
All right, maybe I can still slip it in there in my title, I suppose.
Everybody knows it as.
Yeah, it's because I see it on the water tower. Yep. So it's a hyphenated combination. So you're kind of separate cities, but you're together. I guess there's. That's fair. Some in some operations it's a combination, and others you do your own however that works. I won't go. I won't ask too much. You don't have two separate mayors or anything, right?
I think there's a village and there's a city.
So
it'd be a
township maybe.
A village board, and then you guys have a mayor, correct? Yeah. So a mayor with a city board.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Weird how that works.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to like Wisconsin Dells, so I, maybe, slowly making my way to Wisconsin Dells, just passing through, kind of, just maybe stopping, find some places to relax there.
My suggestion is go during the week.
Not the weekends.
The weekend is there's a ton of people around.
Okay.
So if you're kind of looking to relax and kind of lay low, go during the week.
Okay. So. Yeah, because Stevens Point? No, that's Plover. I came from Plover, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a busy city, and on the weekends, I wanted to hang out at a park, and they just had something going on at the park. Yeah, it's too much.
That's Wisconsin Dells is during the weekend. It's crazy.
Okay. In this time of year, I mean, I think maybe water parks are closing up.
All indoor.
There's some indoor. Oh.
A lot of their stuff
okay.
in the last 20 years has shifted towards indoor.
Okay.
So like during the weekends and like times where there's not school in session, they're busy.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
But during the weekend, it's like just a regular small town.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting. Interesting dynamic.
In Plover, I watched a city worker setting off the fire hydrants. So I think he was closing them up for the winter time.
Flushing them out.
Flushing them out for the winter.
Getting all the rust out of them and getting them nice and
out. Yeah, I think it's a seal. Like your bathrooms will stop being open at some points. I see they're open now, but that's partly what pushes me south too, is because I just when I can't stay in the winter because they close the bathrooms. That's part of the factor where I hang out. Just convenient places for water and some resources. This is convenient. You got the library across the street from the grocery store, and then the park here. I really like the setup, but it's that other people care enough about it to keep it protected from strangers. I guess they don't.
You get that these small towns, you're not from here, and people
yeah,
suspicious.
Yeah. Because this isn't, you don't really have tourists that come to this
everybody
city.
Knows everybody. And when you see somebody who doesn't belong, you get that small town mentality. Yep. It's like, all right, who's that?
Yeah. Even though it's kind of almost called friendship, but not quite. There's no draw. There's nothing that attracts people here for entertainment purposes. Kind of like other towns. You ever hear of the Hodag? Yeah. Okay. Sure, you know what the Hodag? Okay. Absolutely. All right. I never knew about. I'll say I grew up in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. You know Rice Lake? Absolutely. Okay, yeah, I grew up there long ago now, but I never heard of the Hodag. And it's just, as I've been traveling around Wisconsin now, in this phase of my life, it's entertaining to see that, to go to Rhinelander, yeah. To see that. They have a free museum in their park, and it's got a lot of interesting stuff to look at. And then the history with the Hodag, and that's a draw for them. And I think the Hodag almost makes it free. It makes them gives them the ability to make the museum free because of that. Just something that attracts people and also attracts maybe money too. I mean, I bought some things at the grocery store, so you got a little sales from me here, just coming here to visit as a visitor. But yeah,
probably traveling across the country, you probably see a lot of those little hidden gems and whatnot.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, there's so much variety, even in Wisconsin. I say Wisconsin's got the most bloodthirsty insects I've ever come across. There was one night where I got bit like 100 times north here. I don't know what it was. It was under my clothes, and I got welts, 100 welts over the course of 2 nights. It wasn't even a mosquito. And I was getting bit by mosquitoes a lot, clouds of mosquitoes, where you could hear the buzzing. I put up nets on all my windows to try to block them out.
I can imagine.
And I had to keep, if I ever closed the windows up all the way, they would find other holes in my car to get in. So I had to keep the windows at least cracked so they'd be attracted to the crack. But I'd never been attacked and bitten and killed so many mosquitoes in my life. Up in the northern parts of Wisconsin and just throughout here. Yeah, not in Minnesota. It's not bad in Minnesota.
Think with the lakes and everything, land of 1,000 lakes.
Yeah, I think it's a moisture thing, or just there's thicker forests around here, because as you start moving west, it starts turning more to grasslands, open grasslands. So it's, yeah. You gonna call? Okay.
Ricky.
Rick, okay.
Well, I got another call. I gotta get to Travis.
Okay.
So do I. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I want to check on you.
Just
let you know. Park closes at sunset.
It's sunsets. Okay, I didn't see that as a sign anywhere.
The signs around.
I just had to look closer. Some are like 11, some 10, but you guys. So it's summertime. It's like 9:30, and in the winter time it's 4. That's something else. All right.
Safe on your travels, man.
Okay. All right. Yep. Have a good day. All right.